Good morning then, Shorts fans. It is the 6th of June. The Giro finished on the 1st, so this is going to be my Giro roundup video. If you don't know who I am, I'm James, professional rider with the F Education Easy Post. If you haven't liked, comment, subscribe, go do your thing, go play the algorithm. You join me in my pajamas on the settee. I'm going to talk you through what it's like to ride a Grand Tour from start to finish. If you haven't seen the other videos, go check them out. Go click on the something somewhere from the rest day. And yeah, we're going to go through a bit of data, a bit of the Whoop data, what I do, not necessarily what all riders do after a Grand Tour, how we recover, because although I feel alright in daily life, I've been riding the bike for 2 hours and I feel like absolute dog stuff. So yeah, let's crack on with the video. The weather's pretty good. I'll tell you what I've done. We'll go through a few Training Peaks files. We'll go through a bit of data from the whole of the Giro. We'll go through a bit of Whoop data because I know you guys love the Whoop data. If you haven't got a Whoop and you do want one, go use our affiliate link in our bio. And yeah, let's go out on the bike. It's been a 2 coffee morning day. It is 10 to 10. Probably get out for 11. I need to get on the foam roller and get moving before I get out on the bike because my neck and back is just in bits. I need to get out of my pajamas and stop being a lazy filth and get out on the bike. Nothing to do today apart from going for a quarry with my mate this afternoon and went for a Korean with my other mate yesterday evening. So I'm back to enjoying life a little bit, not tracking this week, but keeping an eye on a lot of proteins and things like that, because obviously I do need to recover from the Vuelta, from the Giro. The season isn't finished, and need to keep that muscle mass up, but also to get the best benefit from the race, all that kind of crap. So yeah, jump on the foam roller, get on the bike, I'll take you with me, show you what we do on the bike, we'll get back, we'll tear some data apart, and then I'll just do a bit about how I feel, what I think it's like to ride a Grand Tour, how this Grand Tour has differed from other Grand Tours, why I'm probably potentially more tired now than I was before. You know, there's the whole thing that like Richie needed us to help him quite later on into the stages, so we raced quite long into the days where maybe in previous years I'd have got to like the 3rd climb to go and been like, oh, I want to go in the break tomorrow for a stage, I'm going to pull the plug today. But I couldn't really do that. I had to continually race every day, this kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go and get on the foam roller, get in my kit, and we'll get on the bike and we'll go and do a bit of riding. Luckily the sun's out. It's due to stay out, unlike tomorrow and yesterday. So right, let's go and crack on.
Right then, Shorts fans, 53 minutes in. I must admit I don't feel horrendous. I felt worse the past 2 days. You just sort of like carrying so much fatigue. You just get to a point where, I don't know, the willpower just isn't strong enough and the fatigue is. It's a nice day today, I'll show you around, look. So it makes it a lot easier. Doing about, coach said, 1.5 to 3 hours. Don't know if you can hear, it's quite windy. Hope this is good enough for you audio pundits out there. So you're going to tick along, no efforts, just spinning for anywhere up to 3 hours really. It's more what the morale wants than anything, I think. So hopefully I'll get some good footage for you. Show you my scabs and scars as well. They're healing up reasonably well. Not amazing, but I'll tell you what is amazing though, the view we're about to see. I think this is what the influencers do, isn't it? Yeah, man. Yeah. Coffee. Yeah. The Fabrica Girona gravel. Hey man, do you run 45mm tires or 50mm tires, brah? Have you got some of those shorts with the little pockets in the side for your gel? Yeah, brah. Tell you what, it's SUV country here. Oh. Tell you what, it's nice on days like today, I just drink water. You know, when you've been at a race for so long, just sucking 90-gram carb drinks for like a month. It's weird, water. It's one of the best, most refreshing things you can have, cold water. Oh, tell you what. I'm such a spoilt brat when it comes to riding locations, because where I'm from, I was from sort of Nottingham area. I grew up on the edge of this national park called the Peak District. So I lived here pretty much my whole life. And then I get to go ride in Spain or do the Giro and stuff, and then get to, I don't know, do stuff like live in Andorra for the other 350 days of the year. Just sometimes you have to, I don't know, tell yourself and that you can't just take stuff like this for granted, because yeah, you know, when the weather's like this and it's a good day, it makes riding a bike so much easier. Because I often get up and I'm like, oh, I don't want to ride today. Like, I did not want to leave the door this morning. I had to force myself out. I just felt so rubbish. I just felt like tired and drained from all the racing. But really, what have I got to moan about? Absolutely nothing. Oh. So yeah, feelings, general sensation is tired, fatigued, just doing what I can to tie the legs over, to recover and get the most out of the sessions, although they are just recovery sessions. I'm not back in the gym yet. I'm eating as accurately as I can to try and aid recovery, albeit it's nice to go out with some friends. I was on the road for 3 months. The last time I was at home was before Catalonia. I left my apartment in Andorra to go to Catalonia, and I got back to my apartment in Andorra on the 2nd of June. So it was a big stint. So it's nice to, like I say, drink water and go out for meals and stuff. So, and yeah, just enjoy life a little bit. Yeah, same. Bloody windy. See what I mean? Absolutely nothing to moan about. Yeah, always find something. Hi, you alright? You take card, don't you? Yeah. Can I get a... Ooh. Decisions, eh?
Well, only you know what you fancy.
I think I don't. Take a flat white, please.
Flat white, yeah. I'll get that while you have a think about anything else.
Yeah. Anything. Like everything else. Let's have a gander. This cool little van thing on the top of it. Ooh, yeah, bleeder, the chairs are a bit wonky. On the top of the climb. There we go. Got my coffee and my cake. This is like a Bakewell pudding. So like it's sort of famous a little bit around here. So the town of Bakewell is probably like 4 or 5 miles down there. So what I'm going to do, I'll go down curb and we'll go through the Chatsworth estate. I think the Chatsworth house was one of the locations they used in the series Bridgerton. It's one of the last privately owned estates in the country, because a lot of them now are owned by big funds like the National Trust or England Heritage and things like that. Oh, good coffee that. This is one that's still privately owned by the Cavendish family. So I'm told their son is a keen pedal pusher, but I've never met him, so I don't really know. So try and slice this Bakewell gents. Whoa. Whoa. I like an almond pastry with jam in. Yeah, it's good, really good. So while I'm stopped, I feel like you guys want to talk through the Whoop data. I feel what I do a screen record and then get Lewis to overlap the audio and varying things. Be good. It'd be good, the Whoop. I can split the data now to look at the whole of the data for say May. So I can pretty much split the whole of the Giro data and you'll see like trends for the whole month. So like heart rate gradually going up or heart rate gradually going down. But then knowing what that means is obviously, yeah, what does that mean? It's a bit different. I'm being stared at here. Take a picture, mate, it might last longer. So yeah, right, let's crack into this Whoop data then. Let's have a go. Oh, need a napkin to. Neck and back are still quite sore actually. Right then, sports fans. Let's start doing a screen recording of this. So, open your Whoop app. I don't know if you can see that. Click on metrics. Let's start with resting heart rate. So my resting heart rate last night was 43, which is quite high. but I went out for a meal and ate quite late, all this kind of stuff. So in the opening trend view, and I can see from the week, the month, or the past 6 months. So what I'm going to do probably, look at the last month. So it's taking it from the 9th of May. You can see it's sort of plotted on a, they're going to let you face tracking, just trying to, so you can see gradually over the course of the race it has started to drift up. I had a really high peak on the on the first, which was when we finished, and obviously had a team night out. It's not necessarily like gone up 1 beat each day, for example. Some days you see where the 2 rest days were, where they sort of sit in the graph. And if I go on a 6-month period, you can see that, yeah, so you can see February I was really well trained, really fit, started racing March, April, but then May is where I've hit my high. So February is 34, March 35, April spent the majority of the altitudes at 40. So your body's obviously going to be there at altitude and compensating for this. So it even splits to a percent, say plus 14%, and then go to the Giro in May. I went up to 43. June it's actually said I'm coming down a bit as I've already started riding, but the amount of data it's got, obviously got 31 days of data for May, but it's only got 6-7 days of data for June. So your average heart rate over the period was below your previous 6-month average, 11% past 6 months. So resting heart rate, pretty much a sign that the body's building up fatigue. So the idea would be then that we take a lot of rest now. You can obviously see to go from 34 in February to 43. We've gone up 9 beats. It's quite a lot for a resting heart rate. The other good one for fatigue measurement is heart rate variability. So again, last week, so I could see from the first, on Tuesday I was really low, so I must have been really tired, and I've gradually sort of come out of this hole a little bit as this week's gone along. Let's have a look at the month. So we had some dips, we had some highs, but generally speaking, we've gone down 2% over the course of 30 days, which probably actually is quite a good fatigue resistance to something like altitude, to something like a Grand Tour. But what does that vary? So yeah, then we can see, so February my average was 125, March my average was 128, April back to altitude, my average was 114, May my average was 85, so I was minus 25%, and then you can see running into June, 83. So again, we've only got 7 days of data versus 6 days of data versus 31 in May. And 83, which sort of shows I've crammed myself into this fatigue sort of state, but then June I haven't quite come out of it, and I mean it's not the most complicated graph. Can we make that work? Is that, I don't know if you saw that. I'll cut it in here. But obviously you can see start the season fresh, racing in March going well, April's heavy and May's heavy, obviously. So they're the big trends, the two big factors. Respiratory rate, I mean this shouldn't change too much, this should be let's have a look at the month average. Yeah, it stayed within range over a month average. It went up a little bit in May, so that's obviously in line with the heart rate variability. Skin temperature, normal. Blood sats, normal, within range. Share my health report. Currently in zone 0. Activity in progress. So yeah, you can obviously see that the data shows that the body's in a bit of a hole. And then there's a few things. I've got toothache this week, and it's like, have I got toothache because the body's like so fatigued? It's like starting to not be able to deal with daily activities, or is it just the case that I've just got a bit of toothache because occasionally you do get toothache, or is it stress related and fatigue caused? But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, if you do want to Whoop, make sure you go use our affiliate link. Sorry if you find it boring and it's not something you're really interested in. But yeah, it's something that a lot of people message and say they like, and these sort of health benefits as well. And I think I use Whoop, but you can always do it on other devices are available. I just prefer you to use our affiliate link, so we get a cut of that. And Whoop have actually sent us some really good goodies, which I'll open when I get home. We've got some blue light glasses. I'm gonna start wearing them in the evenings, see if that helps me fall asleep. Varying different things. I think as well, like the Whoop and the sleep, you can have things like blue light glasses or whatever. You know, if you just want to order cheap ones off Amazon, fair enough. Obviously, like these Whoop ones. Oh, what were you thinking about? Oh, dogs, yes. The Whoop, if anything, like makes you accountable for what you're doing. So like it doesn't tell you off, but you tell yourself off based on the data. So like you know to go to bed at 10 o'clock, or you know to go to bed at the same time every night. You don't need somebody telling you that. But when you look at the data, it makes you accountable for it, because you don't realise, all right, you're in bed by 10, but then you're sitting on your phone for 20 minutes or whatever, and then you lose 20 minutes there, which means you fall asleep 10 minutes, that you lost 30 minutes, whatever, you get up for a wee in the night, or you lose another 20 minutes. So before you know it, you've worked out you've actually, all right, you've been in bed for your full 8 hours, but you've only actually been asleep for 6 hours, 50 minutes sort of thing. So it just holds you accountable for it. Let's go and look at the view of this descent, because it's incredible. And then go through the Chatsworth estate. The Chatsworth is a good one. And then I might go back up Rowsley Bar and home and open this Whoop package. And then this afternoon we'll get the Mac out and look at this Training Peaks data. Labrador Retriever on cycling shorts. Throw that in the bin. Cheers, thank you. See ya. Happy days. Blockhead wind into the Chatsworth estate. Gonna get a good view of the house in a minute, but I mean, look at it. The deer in the distance, sheepies. You can see the fountain, and there's the house. Plenty of parked cars as well, something's happening. It was used in like, something like Bridgerton, something like that. Rumour has it, there was a £36 million restoration just on gold plating the windows. So yeah, absolute privilege nonsense. There you go. Look at this. So probably might go up to the top of that more. That's Bailey Moor. How are we doing for time? Now 37, yeah. You can see that one maybe happening. What's this boy on? ZX 6RRs, is it? ZX 10Rs maybe. to perfection.
Oh, God, doing it for the whoop. Right, folks, it's a few days later. It's been busy. I haven't had time to do much. Wife Ellie's on chief wifey jobs, doing sorting out a new life admin. But before we go through the data, I'm back in my pajamas again, by the way, because that's what you do after a Grand Tour. You have a pajama week. I've got some goodies from Whoop that I'm going to open for you, and they've luckily sent us some of this stuff. Sent me a cap. This box here, pretty cool. Blue light glasses. I'm going to give them a go. I mean, I had them on in bed the other night, and Ellie didn't realise, and she looked across and was like, "Oh, I didn't realise in bed with Elton John, because I'm a rocket man." So it's quite a nice box. Is lovely, actually. That's for a box. So I'm going to start wearing these. What time is it now? It's 8:20. From about this time, I'll start wearing these and see if they help me sleep. If not, you've had a picture of Elton John.
Uncanny resemblance.
I'll put the mic on this side so it's picking you up as well. The resemblance is uncanny, I do agree. Maybe that's people just, giving him stick his whole life for wearing stupid glasses, but he's actually was on the blue light train way before we were. What else did they send us? They sent us some more chargers. The little things. They're good to have a few of them because it's so easy to lose. There's a few other things that are quite cool. Sports Flex Dash band. Comes in like a little box, the accessory box now with Whoop is getting really good. They're like rubberized bands, so you don't have to the fabric ones, the knit one, which is this one here, what we call the Hydro. Oh, this is slightly different to what I have been wearing. The one I've been wearing at the minute, so it's a bit tired. Should we give it? It's in need of a swap. Let's give it a. That's sort of Hydro thing. That's all. What else did they give us? Oh, and a sleeping mask. Fancy box. Wake up in the green. And we have it's a very fancy sleeping mask, this actually. Oh, look at this. Oh, that works quick. There we go. And then little bag for it. Put my glasses back on. It's a little bit funny. Do a bit of a final week data analysis of what the Giro as a whole was like. Right then, let's have a look at the data. Let's do a screen record. Bam. Screen record going. So total of the Giro, of all the data and bits and bobs up here. 97 hours, 13 minutes, 22 seconds, 3,716 kilometers. Accumulated 4,809 TSS. Gained 49,337 meters of elevation and lost 44,259 meters of elevation. So when you think Everest is 8,000 meters, how many times up Everest is that? It's 50 divided by 8. Use a calculator.
What did you say?
50 divided by
8. What's your guess?
Just press the equals.
6.25. That was
6.25 times. That was not your guess. 6.25 times up Everest. 73,628 calories. Google how many calories in a McDonald's Big Mac meal.
Yeah, but we don't eat McDonald's Big Mac.
No, but
Do you know how many chocolate bars?
okay, I'll do.
Like Kit Kat Chunky.
Oh, Kit Kat Chunky, yeah, okay. How many calories in Kit Kat Chunky?
Oh, why can't we tell Kit Kat?
Kit Kat Chunky. It's 72,628. 331 Kit Kat. Well, 331 and a half Kit Kat Chunkies.
Yeah, but divided by 21 days of racing.
We're gonna have
Yeah, still 16 a day, Nick.
15.7 Kit Kat Chunkies a day. And that's just on the bike. That's not including resting metabolic rate. So do 2,000 times 21. We'll do 2,000 times 21.
There's just too much maths going on. But you probably could have eaten like.
Just do 2,000 times 21.
It's roughly 10 Kit Kat Junkies is your daily intake. Resting. So add 10 on that. You could have eaten 26 Kit Kat Junkies a day.
26 Kit Kat Chunkies a day. I reckon I could have done that.
Yeah, I think I could eat 20 Kit Kat Junkies.
Do you know how many calories in chocolate digestive? And I work out how many digestives I could have eaten.
83.
83.
What was it? 73,000.
628.
836.
836 and a half chocolate digestives.
40.
40.
Daisy could have eaten 40 chocolate digestives. Yeah, but I swear I'd have eaten.
No, you've not eaten 40 biscuits a day.
How many's in a packet?
12, 13, 14?
You could have eaten about 4 packets of digestives a day.
Even I couldn't do that.
Shame you had to eat it in.
That's just on the bike, though. That's just in 97 hours. That's not including the other roughly 4 hours of riding a day.
Bars would this be?
There's 212 calories in an Amex bar. 73,628. Well, 212 is the protein chocolate one. 300
roughly 347 protein.
We'll round that up. 350 Amex protein salted caramel chocolate protein bars. Did I say protein twice?
21 days.
16 and a half a day. I couldn't eat.
That's on the bike.
Yeah, that's just on the bike. Well, if you do it this way then, so an Amex gel, is roughly 120 calories.
Yeah, but you couldn't eat 32 gels. You'd be on the toilet.
So it's 32 gels a day.
On the bike.
For 21 days. 32 gels. That's just to maintain. That's not including the added calories you've burnt in recovery and stuff like that. That's somewhat ridiculous, isn't it?
You are actually giving. Who played Eddie the Eagle in the remake?
The guy that was in Kingsman.
You were giving. I'm sure at one point he had like pink glasses.
Anyway, you're drifting off topic. So let's have a look at let's pull some data apart. Let's have a look. So here we go, stage 30. So we're still going quite hard here. Haven't really done much in weigh-ins. What we're looking at. We did a good 20-minute second best of 2025 and 398 watts for 10 minutes, which was the best, my third best of the whole tour. You see here the breakdown the team give us. So I wonder where that 10-minute was done. Was it done there? 10k, 20 minutes too. So it was probably there. It was done there. That 20-minute was probably done. And maybe that 10-minute was done. Oops. Maybe that 10-minute was done there. Oh, I can't get it to. Oh no, a lot of freewheeling in that one. So maybe the 10-minute was done in the first 10 minutes of the climb. But yeah, you can see heart rate drifting up here and power drifting up here. That was a pre. But the fact that I'm replicating what's considered my pretty good 20-minute power, if you think. Can you get the calculator back out for me, please, Carol?
What?
Oh, it's Rachel Riley now, isn't it? Not Carol. I did 378.
What is the one that's quite pretty? I'd like to be referred to as that one, please.
378 divided by 64. So 5.9 watt a kilo for on the penultimate day of a Grand Tour.
Did you weigh yourself that day?
No, because I was.
One guesstimate.
Yeah, still swollen because of the crash. What day was this? A bit slow to load. Here we did 4. This is my best 5 minute of 2025. This was in that kicker chasing bar day. I know where this was. This was in this kicker here. Oh, we've got this was we've spoke about this in the previous video because that was the first week. We got some, what was that one? Did nearly 300 watts for 90 minutes in that week. I don't really know what people would be that interested in, to be truthfully honest, other than the totals from the whole thing. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's all people need to see. What other bits of data have we got? I mean, that's pretty interesting calculation. 110 ATL and a 20 TSB. So still feeling that hack from the how do I get this to like match up against previous Grand Tours? That'd be super interesting. Maybe I need to do a split screen. Yeah, that's it. I think that's all I've got to tell everyone. So folks, if you'd like to see more Elton John content on the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Really helps us play with the algorithm and get more videos out to you. Got a bit of time now actually, maybe to make some good content and actually do something that might actually be worthwhile, as opposed to me just waffling about Eddie the Eagle and Elton John. So yeah, like I say, don't forget to give us some ideas of what you want to see and send us some great algorithm playing comments. And yeah, if you want to see the videos of the last 2 rest days of the Giro, click here and maybe subscribe somewhere here and all that jazz. And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.